You grew up on a farm?
Yes, I grew up on a farm.
Was it expensive for you?
No, I mean, we were kind of poor, but I never knew that we were poor. We raised a lot of our own stuff though. Like we ate our own chicken eggs. We had peacocks. We sold those eggs. So I would like incubate the eggs and like watch them turn them over, do stuff like
amazing.
that.
Did you get connected to the animals on the farm?
I had a pet hog. Yes, his name was Powder.
Oh, come on, Powder. You ain't want to name it Babes?
Well, I didn't name it. My grandma did.
Okay.
And I used to feed him every day. I was the only one he didn't charge at.
Oh.
So I used to talk to him.
You were really close to him?
I was.
My man wants a pig. My man wants a pet pig.
In New York City?
No. When he gets a house, he keeps saying,
well, a pig is a little different than a hog.
So not a hog.
A hog
is huge.
What's the difference? One got horns or something, right?
A pig is smaller than a hog.
A hog is huge.
So this was a wild hog too. So it was like humongous.
Like 200 pounds.
Black with tusks. Yeah.
Wow. What happened to him?
I came home from school one day in 6th grade and I went to the cage and I was like, or his pen. I was like, Powder. He didn't come out of that little house. So I go in the house. I said, Granddaddy, what Powder? And he took me to the window. It was like a big long window in front of the house and he pointed to the corner of the yard and Powder was roasting on the spit.
No!
Yeah.
Bro, did you
and
know
I fell out. I was like,
You ate your pet?
So the first day I didn't.
Not the first day.
So the first day my mama came home.
Savage.
My mama came home. I said, Mama, Granddaddy done killed my pig. He done killed Powder. So she was like, well, what you want me to do about it? I said, y'all can't eat my pig. She made some pulled pork.
Oh my God, I'm so mad.
Damn, Powder.
I was crying like for hours and she was like, well, don't eat then. And so I didn't eat. The next day.
You was hungry?
I was so hungry. And then, so I went to the kitchen, I lift up the aluminum foil and I just took a piece and I was like, oh, so good.
Not
So
Powder tasting good.
Yeah, so we had some pulled pork, some greens, some macaroni and cheese, cornbread. I told Powder ass up, boy. I ate that damn thing. What?
Not you tearing
But
Powder ass
he
up.
with me forever, you know?
Oh no, girl, you done shitted him out.
Rest in peace, Powder.
I guarantee you.
Rest in peace, Powder.
He's part of my cells and my bone structure.
Let's go, Powder.
Yeah.
Shout out to Powder. Living his best life.
Damn. They killed his ass, boy. I was so sad.
I can't believe it. So I guess $200 a month for Kelly Clarkson's soon-to-be ex-husband makes sense if he's gonna have a ranch
You know what?
in Montana.
This is where I'm just like, I told you, I don't know. Give me a goddamn motherfucking Stedman. That's where I'm at. I'm gonna just have a Stedman. No marriage for me. Give me my promise ring. So I'm gonna come out like Issa and I'm gonna just be showing my ring, but it's finna just be a promise. There ain't gonna be no paperwork attached to it.
I just want to say this: marriage is not easy. It's not for the weak.
Well, bitch,
you can't.
I know. Can we talk about this for a second? Because she is. How you've been married? You've been married for 6 years.
We got okay. Yeah, let's talk about it.
So it's been, and I remember.
To my
I remember
fine
when
ass man, I love you. Hey.
And when they got married, I remember because I've known Money long time. I remember when she got married, and we were all like, married? Where has he been? We didn't even. I mean, we didn't even know. Yeah, she popped out a wife one time, and we were like,
with a new last name.
Hold on, what?
Oh, is that how you announced it? Like, was it similar
It was
to
very
Issa
private.
Rae?
I didn't tell nobody nothing.
It was very private.
Because
nobody knew.
Because here's the thing, and I'm gonna just be 100. Rashana's fine as hell. So
talk your shit.
So 6'6", like tattoo, like everybody, like
Svelte.
He fine.
Sounds like my man.
Svelte.
He
My
fine.
ex, because I'm single.
Girl.
Sorry. All right, go ahead.
So when I first met him, it was at a Taco Tuesday at a mutual friend's house, and he had 2 girls with him.
Ooh.
And I was not fucking with him because I was just like, ew. You know what I'm saying?
You have 2 girls.
Ew, you're a hoe.
But he did pique my attention because he had on some Creed, and I was like,
Yeah, got it.
what do you know about Creed? So we kind of like had like an instant connection because of that, because he like kind of gave me a hug. And I smelled him. I said, "Oh, Creed, okay." And he kind of looked at me like, "Wait, you know about that?"
You were sitting here giving the men too much tea.
Well, I mean, it's something new now.
tea.
So if you getting Creed now, you late, baby.
Yeah,
he done moved
over
on.
now. If you ain't been on at least Lay Labo,
Yeah,
then we can't even
Creed
talk
was about
no more,
5-6 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's basic now. But
Not as basic.
so I made a mental note, like, okay, you're trouble, and I'm not about to be out here fighting these hoes about you over you. I'm good.
And guess what? You lied to yourself, didn't you?
No, because it was something about that I guess, you know, when you are used to getting attention and then it's a female that's just not affected. I was affected, but I have a great poker face.
Right.
You know
Game face on.
So, long story short, we dated. It was about maybe like this is a great segue into
Come on,
the other
segue.
because I feel like we dated for like 3 months before we started or talked. We talked for like 3 months before we started talking, like dating for real.
What is talking? Before you talking?
Talking, I like you, you like me. We talk to each other, we hang out, we chill, but we not in a relationship yet. We not fucking. We just flirting. We like each other. We spend time together.
Come on, you waiting 90 days?
That's talking. It's so funny you said that.
Yes.
Because he swears to this day, I could have got that if I'm like, no, you couldn't, baby. I'm telling you, you couldn't because I was not trying to be dickmatized. Like, I just wasn't. You're not about to do that to me. He was too fine. I'm like, I know if we fuck, it's over.
Oh, and that's
over with.
That's real.
You mine.
That's real.
You mine.
There are guys that you just
Sneaky
you just know when a guy is trouble, and there's like so much of you that I don't even want my heart broke, bitch.
I don't want
I ain't
it.
finna even go in.
I don't want it.
I knew it the first week. I said, ooh, girl, you gonna fall in love with this nigga. Don't let him fuck you up now. Just go ahead and don't even play with him.
Right.
Just let him know. And I did. And I let him know. I was like, listen, I'm 25. I don't got time to be playing with you. I'm looking for a relationship. So if you just trying to fuck me and leave, you might as well just go on. Because I'm not finna fuck you. I'm not doing it. And you're not about to fuck me up. You just not.
And he didn't, but y'all stayed long term.
We ended up getting married because I had a second conversation with him after we was like 9 months in. Spending a lot of time together. Like, you know, he just wasn't even leaving. You know, he would come to my crib and just stay, you know, for a couple of days and then go. And then, you know, and I was like, see, what is we doing? What we doing? We started going to church together. So then when
he was okay with that conversation. Like
he wasn't.
I was about to say men hate the what is we doing conversation.
So
men who aren't intentional hate that conversation.
Oh,
he wouldn't look me in my eyes. I was like, so look, I mean, I already told you what was up. I felt like I was about to die. Like, I felt like I was about to shit on myself.
You were in love with him at this point too, probably.
Yes, I felt it. I was like, okay, if you just rip the Band-Aid off now, I'm a hurt,
right?
But I ain't gonna die. Like I'll be all right. I'm gonna hate you for a little bit, but I'll get over it. We could probably still be friends. So we talking. He was like, he wouldn't look at me. He was like, it sounds like you talking about the M word. It sounds like you talking about the M word. I'm like, I mean,
the M word is what he called it.
I was like, I mean. You know?
Is you with it or not? Like,
so then he was just like, man, I'm finna go to the gym. Left, I ain't hear nothing. 2 months later, he proposed.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And you brought something up, and I want to get into that conversation because not only y'all having different timelines, clearly Chantel Jackson came out and said that she is no longer with Nelly. Shade Room reported that it was 7 years. Nelly hopped in the comments and was like, actually, I ain't been with her since 2019, so it was 5 years. My question, though, for both of you is when does it become someone wasting your time? So that's what a lot of the comments have said is, damn, this is the second time Nelly done did this because we know essentially he wasted Ashanti's time.
Oh, because he doesn't want to get married?
And I don't know if it's that he doesn't want to get married. I'm not sure why he decides to just be with these women long term with no long-term, I guess, commitment. Whether it be engagement, whether it be marriage, whether it be something that makes these women comfortable, Chantel and both Ashanti kind of had the same sentiments that they felt like they were just with someone that wasn't looking to be with them.
I mean,
longer.
I don't know if y'all seen that clip of Creflo Dollar, but you got to ask people, like, what are your intentions with me? What you gonna do?
That's
How
why
you
I
plan on? What do you see
men,
in 2 years?
Men who are intentional do not want to waste your time. Which, I mean, this is the first time I'm in a relationship with somebody that's older than me and in the same headspace as me about what it is that we want from life and from our partnership, right? Because it's a no-brainer to me. If you're not interested in getting married, then we have nothing to talk about. If you're not interested in doing this in the next 2 to 3 years, we really have nothing to talk about. Like if you still trying to play the field, you still trying to see where, what you want, still trying to figure out what you don't, no problem, you're not for me.
Yeah.
It's very different. Men who move with intention tend to move a little bit faster. Because even people, like we've seen couples, I wouldn't use Hollywood as an example, but just in life, anybody that's gotten married, in my mind, relatively quickly, it's because they want to be married.
Yeah.
Nobody's just jumping into the shit, even if it's with the wrong person, as we've seen. They still want that. So they're still willing. Men who want that will show up for that.
I mean, sometimes people just want to lock you down for somebody else get you.
I mean, well, there's that. But it's also fair, but it's also fair whether she's, and I think it goes again with age. We change. You can get with someone and they could be like, I don't really want kids. I don't want marriage. And literally, depending on the partner that you're with, that can change for you.
Yeah,
it can, but
true.
you should never make decisions based on that. You should never make decisions hoping that they'll change because
now that is a bar.
Because my sister is a woman that does not want children. She's made it very clear.
Don't want them.
Similar to you, where she's like, I'm making it very.
Fuck them kids, like we said.
Correct. And my sister has a pet rabbit. She's getting a dog later. She's about to have fish. She's like, I'm here for all the animals. I don't fuck with children. I'm not having no children. And that has changed the game. That's changed the trajectory of men that she's dated because a lot of men do the same thing that a lot of men with women who want children will do the same thing that a lot of women will do when a man says, I don't really want this kind of relationship. I'm not looking to build this kind of situation. And men are like, nah, you'll change your mind. And she's looking like, no, bro, I'm not changing my mind.
That's what happened with Jenny and her first husband, right? Jeannie Miller.
Yeah.
Oh, that is what
she didn't want to have kids, and he did.
This is who I am. This is where I'm at. You have to believe people when they say that, even if sometimes the behavior looks different, because the behavior. First of all, anybody whose behavior doesn't match what they're saying is a manipulator. Let's start there.
Period.
Whether it's
shit.
conscious or unconscious, you're manipulative. If your words and actions don't match, you're manipulative off rip. So
that's what you are.
And if that's the situation, you have to have enough discernment and enough self-awareness to know which one you're going to take more seriously. Whether it's going to be what they say or what they do. To me, if you telling me you don't want a relationship and you doing all the relationship shit, that lets me know you don't really want to commit to the relationship. I mean, but you're willing to put me through the shit and you want all the perks of the relationship.
You want the perks and the advantages of it.
Just to women in general, when you about to date somebody who is really successful, has money, and successful in the sense of like, household name. Everybody knows who Nelly is, right?
Yeah. Right.
A lot of people know who Nelly is.
Right.
You about to date a man like this.
But he crossed over in the country. Everyone knows.
Yeah, so it's like, depending on your preferences, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people feel like Nelly is really handsome as well.
Right.
So you about to date a guy that is,
in
the words of Kevin Samuels,
oh Jesus,
a high value man.
Oh shit.
Right? Which we don't even want to give him no shine. I can't stand him, by the way. But anyway, you about to date somebody like this, you have to account for a certain amount of behavior that this person has been allowed.
Yeah.
So one of the things with my husband, I noticed that he was used to women who would do whatever for a piece of his time.
On that.
He would. And I was willing to walk away.
Was that not the conversation? Y'all got to join Patreon. Y'all got to join Patreon.
This conversation on Patreon.
Yeah,
on Patreon,
I was willing to walk away.
away.
I was like, listen, I'm not one of them bitches you used to fuck with. I don't know what kind of hoes you was fucking with before me, but I ain't that. I'm a cook. I'll clean. I'll fix your plate. I'll do all that. But I do it because I want to.
Correct.
Not because you tell me or not because I have to.
Not because you're owed that.
Nah, baby, because you know how to cook too. And that's the thing. He's a really good cook. Like, I'm like, you know how to cook too. I want to get cooked for too, baby.
Shout out to Cheech. He just made oxtail last night.
My man does Sunday dinner. We do Sunday dinners at our house now, and he made oxtail last night.
So I get to
and
come
Mandy
over
lives
and
around the
enjoy.
corner, so Mandy be coming over because he loves Mandy, and it's like, yo, just pull up, try this dish. I'm gonna teach you how to do this.
That's the one dish that I really want to cook. But the way oxtail prices are set up, I'll be goddamn if I fuck it up.
Right.
Because the way that meat is expensive for the case, for whatever, it's fucking expensive.
We gotta take you to the meat market.
There's a whole meat
market in Queens,
and they got the motherfucking oxtail for the low.
But that's something I don't even try to cook. I just I go to the Jamaican spot for that.
My man is Jamaican, so our house is
and
now
I'm
the
half
Jamaican spot.
So